Ooh, styrofoam.
Wow. Milwaukee. Got it. Oh, durability test right out of the box, folks. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We just installed, we got Milliner in the back of the Milwaukee. We just installed this awesome Rough Country stubby front bumper for the JK. It came with this Black Series light bar that's mounted inside the front bumper. Matches our Rough Country light bar that's mounted up on the windshield here. Looks awesome. It also came with these little cube lights that replace the fogs, and they wire into the fogs. Voice crack! They wire directly into the fogs, which is super easy. We hooked up our light bar to the Voss switch control box and couldn't be happier with that. But it's finally time to replace, I'm sorry, but I just don't like this rear bumper. It's not a terrible rear bumper, but if you're trying to carry a 37, this is not the bumper for you. I'm sure it would fare much better with a stock tire, but it's done there too. Yeah, it's done some damage to the body here. Not really surprised. The design isn't exactly awesome. There's play in the bumper here so that it can just rotate. We're gonna give Rough Country's rear bumper a shot, see if it can handle the 37 with the stock carrier on there. And yeah, let's pull this puppy off. Oh man.
Just like have a metal plate right here.
Yeah, they just have
tire carrier.
Yeah, it looks crazy without it. It kind of sits higher in the rear too. I think we just have probably some 19s or 18s on the outside here, and we'll suck her up.
On the other side. Oh, nice rock light you got here. So he's taking out these two bolts. Set that on the other side.
These guys were 18 mil on the EAG bumper here. If you want to see how to remove a stock bumper, I'll probably link or overlay the stock bumper removal in this video. But yeah.
There we go. Dude, that kind of looks mint with no bumper.
Yeah, it looks sick with that. This thing looks crazy. Woo. Rear bumper delete, rear car delete.
Ooh, styrofoam.
Wow. Oh, wow. Well, at least we got more than a flat plate, but it looks like this is going to be a similar design.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
I don't know. Maybe theirs is going to be better. We'll find out.
Not too bad.
Might as well keep it padded. Oh, durability test right out of the box, folks.
Damn, dude, that looks dope.
It's clean. I guess we'll get it mounted and then take care of the
tire carrier.
Yeah. So all in all, the bumpers are actually pretty similar in design. The thing that I think caused our problem is you can see where it mounts here to the frame rail. These are notched vertically, which allows the bumper to be adjusted in tilt like this. This new bumper, the holes are notched, but they're notched horizontally instead of vertically, so that it can slide in and out like this, but it can't pivot. So maybe this will work better. Let's toss it on. So we have these little tube, I don't know, C-channel type things that have nuts welded to the back side. So that's how we stick our bolt through and secure it. Same thing over on the other side here. Pre-greased. Then we can bring the bumper into place and we can stick our hardware through. Same thing with these two guys in the center. More D-rings in here.
Got it. Go. May not have been pretty, but I got it.
All right, so initial impressions over here on the outside. These bolts threaded in really easily for both of us on both sides. And then they have this other bolt that goes through this cross member here. And there's these two brackets that come out, these two arms. Nice big bolt goes through with a washer, lock nut, and a nut. I believe this is all 18 millimeter, and everything's really accessible, easy to access. I think we can get an impact on both of these. Awesome all around. George is working on his F350 kit over there from Rough Country. Oh yeah. 18, huh?
I hope. That's what I grabbed.
18, folks. 18 all around, and we're in business.
Ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
Oh, there she blows. Oh, you got another billet aluminum one.
Oh, word.
This looks cooler than the other one, too.
Let's check out what's in here. Bracketry. Oh, and spare tire carrier. Nice. There's our bracket. Yep. Just like that. That's sick.
We got some bearings to push.
What?
Maybe. Hopefully.
Oh, wow. Ball bearings on the tire carrier. Fancy.
More brackets. Golly.
Wow. Lots of extra hardware for you.
Yeah.
So I just installed the lower bearing. Milne's gonna explain here how we go about doing that because it is a little bit complicated. You're gonna have a bigger one, which goes in the bottom. The smaller one goes in the top.
This usually sits like that. Take it off. Make sure you're going the right way. This has a rounded edge. The rounded edge goes inside. It just goes in there. You're gonna want to use a bearing tool or a press or a hammer.
Yep.
Basically see.
You can see right here.
Oh yeah, mine just sat all the way in actually.
It'll be even all the way around the edge, and you want to make sure that's really even. Then you can take this guy, put it in there, and it's a little tough to keep it in there with one hand, but you can put the rubber one on top. Yeah, like that, I believe. Kind of lock it in with this rubber piece. That's also gonna keep all of our grease in there as well. All right, so we need to grease these now before we put this rubber cap on.
Alright, I'm not gonna touch any grease just so we have one person who's clean.
Yeah, damn. Why did I
So do you want to describe what you're doing there, Jay?
Yeah.
To the audience?
I'm greasing there good.
Oh yeah, you are.
Having fun with it.
Look at a banner. Oh, what am I stepping on?
Your tools.
Your sockets. Oh. Oh, we're good. We are good. We're good, my guy.
So I just pounded this little seal in the bottom of the tire carrier here. Packed some more grease in there. It's all lubed up, ready to go. A little too lubed up, but
let's clean out this surface here.
oh yeah. Oh, nice.
Like a glove.
At this point, we need to drop our other bearing into place here. We're gonna pack that full of grease. I think I'm gonna probably pull this off actually, just so that it don't damage the bottom bearing. I don't want to leave all the weight on the bottom bearing, so we're gonna put the top one in outside.
Well, you learn from your mistakes, don't you?
Yep, we definitely learned from our mistakes here. That's why we're making these vids. This washer was to go in the bottom before this rubber seal. So we want this washer up against the bearing and then this rubber seal. It's not the end of the world. It's still gonna be okay, but I can't really get the seal out, so we're just gonna send it. But make sure to put this washer up against the seal. Same thing up front with this smaller one. Smaller washer is gonna go on top of the top
Bearing.
Yeah. And this castle nut's going on top, and then we're gonna put a cotter pin through it to secure it. And castle nut.
King of the castle.
God. Shit. Click points. Lots of click points. All right. 35 mil on the Milwaukee click point wrench. Oh yeah, I should lift up on this while I torque it. Oh yeah, that makes it a lot easier. I wonder how tight we're supposed to torque this. It just says tighten. Also it says a 36 mil. It's a 35. We got you though.
Look at all that fingerprints.
Fucking
Oh, shine that girl right up.
got the castle nut on there. Put the cotter pin through her.
Can you turn this thing sideways?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Nice. Let's bolt up the latch and get the tie on there. Nice bearings on there too. RC logo. That looks sick. Nice.
Alright, let's see what bolts do this.
Probably this guy. It's the one odd man out.
Other way.
Oh yeah, this way. So both sides of this are 17 millimeter. I'm gonna be holding the bolt side and tightening the nut side, the socket. So now that we've got our handle on here, we can't yet shim this bracket that it goes into until we have the tire on there, because that will cause this to go down maybe, I don't know, half an inch or something. So, first step of mounting up our spare tire is taking the square plated piece. This circular plated piece is gonna go to the back side of the wheel. This is gonna go mount up to our tire carrier bracket. And we're gonna be using these 4 bolts, associated washers and lock washers, and nuts. It appears all of this hardware is 18 mil. Yep, 18 mil for this bracket here. Looks like this is also gonna be 18. Yes. And last but not least, these are probably 16, maybe 15. I'll verify that once we get there. Oh wait, to where?
19.
Can you show them?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go like just flat there. Oh, actually 18 on
So from like where the ground would be to the bottom of the tire to the center of the wheel is 19.
18.
Or 18 on center. So we're gonna come over to the lowest one, huh?
I guess, but that doesn't
Really?
make sense. But that math works.
Maybe
Maybe let's go up higher. We can go up higher.
I don't know, maybe you're right.
Maybe let's just do middle. That's to have it go like right here. Maybe we should just do the lowest one. I mean that math
Try it
works.
out. Keep the center of gravity low.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try it.
Less stress on it.
Yeah, true, very
All right, let me
true.
get this.
So we have a wheel stud on here. We're tightening down a lug, and eventually we're gonna wanna add a spacer of sorts here, washers or a nut that's bigger. But we're just gonna start sucking this in and tightening. Looking pretty good.
It's going in. I can see it.
I think we're starting to run out of room in this lug, but. So I think this lug is actually deep enough to accommodate the whole thread, so we're just gonna tighten this. Oh, why don't I throw a washer on here? So what Andrew and I just did is we test fitted the rear tire because there is a lot of adjustability in and out, and we also test fitted our height. We put it on the lowest height, surprisingly, for a 37, but it fit well. We have it slammed all the way against the back wall here. I guess our back spacing isn't that crazy, but we're gonna torque these down. They're 19 millimeter, and we'll torque down this top one as well. So we have assorted shim sizes, 3 of the same, I guess, then 3 larger ones. So we can put those under this bracket to lower or raise it based on how much this arm is sagging. Oh, just because it's hard to pinpoint it to an exact height. So we're gonna start with probably one of the smaller ones and work our way up. Looks like we should only need a little one. Oh wait, we might not even need any.
Wait,
No way.
go back.
Oh, that makes sense. It's because we have a 37 on here. With a lighter tire, it's probably higher. Lock nuts?
Yeah.
Oh, this is really nice and easy to swing. Look at that go. Oh. Not that I really need to say this, but
Is that good right there?
yeah. Just want to show them this side is longer than that side by just a hair, so make sure you have this oriented the right way.
Push it.
Yeah, we got the RC rear tire carrier holding a fat Nitto Trail Grappler 37-inch tire. What do you think? Move like butter?
Nice. You played a little bit. Damn. Look at shake comparison.
Oh, that was probably hard to push in because of that rubber stopper. But
Oh, really?
but that's probably good to reduce like vibration and stuff.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Yeah,
Ready
dude,
for
that's
shake test?
Yep. Yeah, shaking.
the whole Jeep.
Ready, go. Yep, moving the whole car.
Bumper doesn't move.
This is super secure, and I think this. Oh wow, this doesn't hurt your hand. You remember the old one? Like
Yeah, it's
it
pretty
was.
tough.
It was pretty sharp. This. Oh yeah, you got definitely gonna push in on the tire.
Yeah, you gotta give it a little bit of effort. Maybe. I mean, I'd rather have that than too easy and have it fall.
Yeah, it feels like super
So strong.
bumper, like sweet too. It looks mean.
I didn't even step back and look at it yet. Oh, baby.
Well guys, I'm actually back at the home base here in the JD Cars garage. I've had about a day or two now to drive the Jeep with this new rear rough country bumper, and I have to say I absolutely love it. Now, it's one of those things that you do not expect to have really any effect on how the Jeep drives. It's a rear bumper after all, right? But before installing this rear bumper, the Jeep was really clunky. If you hit a bump, it would shift a bunch of weight around. You could feel that spare tire kind of flop around, and it just wasn't it didn't have that tightness that you hope to have when going over bumps and whatnot, especially being a 2014 with about 80K on it. It really shouldn't be, falling apart yet. Now, I think a lot of that was actually the rear bumper. The Jeep drives fantastically now. It doesn't feel so harsh when you go over bumps. It feels like it's really staying all together in one piece. That bumper doesn't move an inch. It hasn't moved since installation. You can see it's still ever so slightly tilted towards the Jeep just in case, it starts to loosen up over time, but I really don't think it is. I think Rough Country's design of having two fixed bolt holes on the side here, along with bolts that go through the bottom, that was a smart idea. That really locks things in place. I haven't experienced any movement, and it feels extremely solid. Of course, this bumper looks really good. It has some really nice angles here and shapes, making up all the steel plating that makes up the whole rear bumper, and is coated in a very nice powder coat finish that feels like it's gonna hold up for a long time. Time will be the test of that, of course. But another little thing that is huge, actually two little things that are huge game changers for a rear bumper setup carrying a 37. The first and probably most important is the spare tire carrier lever right here, or latch. The previous rear bumper I had, it had a very similar setup, almost identical design to this, but the edges on the handle were so sharp that if you tried to do it without gloves or like putting your sleeve over the handle, it seriously hurt your hand. Now this, I can yank up on all day, even though we're in the cold, and it really doesn't hurt at all. It's got a really nice cup to it. It fits your hand really well, and it's a softer grip. And on top of that, this goes in here really effortlessly. Like before, I had to put down the camera usually to close this thing just because it was such a pain. I can really easily do it while talking to you guys. It's not difficult at all, even with that big 37 on there. And that brings me to my last point here. The ball bearings in this swing arm are just beautiful. Ooh, gotta be careful on hills though. She has a mind of her own. And this brings me to another point. You can actually have it open on almost any incline because this will go slightly past fully open, slightly past 180 degrees, and it will just sit here pressing on our fender flare. So if you have metal fender flares like this, you don't really have to worry about it hitting anything. It's not gonna hit the body. So that's kind of nice. The previous tire carrier I had, you could not open at 180 degrees. Therefore, if you were on a side slant at all like this, you couldn't open the trunk and load things in because the door was just closing on you all the time. This setup, because it goes slightly past 180, even if we're slanted like this, we can open it up all the way and it'll stay there and we can load stuff into the trunk. So that's another huge thing. It's really the little things that makes a difference. This bumper doesn't even have a tow hitch built into it, but that's really not a game changer to me at all. I'm pretty sure I still have my factory tow hitch. I can just bolt back on here. If not, it's maybe like $30 for a new one. I am totally fine sacrificing that tiny bit of functionality that we can replace in exchange for all of these higher quality components, which brings me to my last point of these nice matte black, or I guess satin black D-rings. They look awesome on these rear bumpers. I was planning to go with the red ones, but I think I'm gonna leave these black ones on here for a while just because they look awesome. Kind of gives the Jeep a little bit more of a murdered out, sinister look, but I absolutely love this rear bumper. Super stable, super great fitment all the way around here. Overall, I'm very impressed with this JK rear bumper. Close her up quickly here. Just like that. Super easy. My hands are about to freeze off, so I think that's gonna wrap up this video on the Rough Country Rock Crawler heavy duty rear bumper with built-in tire carrier, which is more than capable of carrying a 37 here, so I think it's earned its name as heavy duty. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please go leave a like down below. Let me know down in the comments what future JKU videos you'd like to see, what future Gladiator videos you'd like to see. All the above. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on JD Cars.